Okay, so we have a video here called They're Lying to You About Velocity Banking. This math proves it from the channel Better Wealth and Learn and Grow Rich. So if you ever look at the channel Learn and Grow Rich, she's got several videos about how they're lying to you about velocity banking, accelerated banking scam exposed, the Kwok brothers, replace your mortgage scam, learn the truth, velocity banking, the $1 billion scam. And I have a confession, okay? Here's my confession. I learn more from you than I do from gurus on YouTube, believe it or not. Like, I understand what the use case is, what the context is. Oh my goodness, like, you're reaching out for me for help, and I could see why this could apply to you. You don't really see what I see when people reach out to you out of the blue and then they're just like, I'm struggling with this thing called debt payoff. Can this thing that we used to call velocity banking help me? And so I'm just going to show you an email here that I got about 2 years ago. Okay. Help switching to velocity banking. So this is the email I got of Blue. So let's just read it together. Hi there, I've been binge watching your videos and may have a scenario that could help with your content and me with the strategy to increase my cash flow. I have an income about $5,474 for the total debt of $300,000, which includes three credit cards. Chase Inc. is a business credit card, which I don't want to leverage in my situation because my business is no longer functioning. I started using the techniques from your videos, but I got stuck because my PLOC is near the limit. Please help me with an actionable strategy to increase my cash flow and decrease my expenses. One other big question is the timing. Start today. What other actionable steps should I take to convert from debt budgeting to velocity banking budgeting? Thanks in advance. Feel free to contact me if you have questions. Now, let me tell you this. When I first read this email, I was just like, oh, whatever. It's just a regular email. People want help with debt payoff. And then you know what happened? I actually looked at the budget and I was blown away because it was $5,000 of income with $4 left over in savings and 22 debts. And I was like, this is the ultimate learning experience that I never got from any guru out there, whether it's a hater or proponent of velocity banking. And that's why I'm so grateful that you are all there because you helped me learn probably more than I help you. And I don't know how much you learn from me, but I actually created a members only 99 cent only members live stream from this, and is my most popular live stream because if we take a look at the watch time, it's 131 hours just from 313 views. Right? Look at this. It made me $9.31 in revenue. Now the reason that I'm talking about this, right, is let's say I had watched videos like this where, velocity banking bad, this doesn't work, this is a scam. And look, I know the context where this guy's coming from, right? He was a number two income earner at Renatus, which where all this velocity banking promotion like really heavily came from. And to be honest, I actually resell Renatus too. Um, and there's some things that like I don't really like this, but a lot of time like I learned a lot of stuff from here, right? Like if I never bought the Renatus program, I would have never even heard the terms velocity banking. But my point is this, right? So if we go back to that live stream, I just want to show you just a little bit part of it, okay?
Yeah.
And so you can see like all like $4.10, and I'm like, oh my goodness, this is the best learning experience that I've ever had when it comes to paying off debt. Never learned this in a class because in any classroom situation, I never saw a real life case scenario like this, right? And then if you go to the end of the live stream, let me just kind of go here, go to the end of the live stream. Basically, we projected in like 9.41 years. And again, this is not guaranteed. This is just a financial simulation. We'd pay off the debt. But think about this, right? What if I had watched videos like this and say, "Oh man, this thing is really really bad," and I had gotten an email like this where it's like, "Hi there, can you please help me with this?" And I never charged anybody, right? I never charged anybody for this, right? Or, at the time I didn't. Maybe I plan to in the future. Who knows? But do you think I would be a good person if I got an email like this and then turn this person away, say, "Ah, you know what? This thing that I'm, that you want to learn about, it's a total scam. Go away," right? And I remember at the end of the live stream, people were saying, "Man, this is like the most valuable thing ever." In fact, let's see if I could find the comments here. Just give me one moment, right? Yeah, this was a masterpiece. This was a masterpiece. Right? This was a masterpiece. And let's see, let's take a look at the comments. Where's the comments? Did YouTube move the comments? Hold on, give me 1 second. Let me see if I can go back here. Right? Okay. Absolutely love this example. I end up missing live stream. I watched this over 22 times. Sometimes I watched on TV and other times over the phone. The most useful video on the internet right now. So here's the thing, and here's what I really want to kind of say as a response to Learn and Grow Rich, that if someone if someone had emailed me and I'm looking to you for advice about whether I should teach this stuff or not, should I turn this person away and say, hey, this is stupid, this is a scam, go away? Like, what would be the responsible thing, right? I don't tell people, like, hey, this is the best thing ever. People come to me because they see the demonstration and they want my help, right? That's essentially what happens. And the way that I always present, debt payoff is never like, oh, this is the best solution ever. I just ask like basic questions like, hey, if you have all this debt, yeah, and you always hear me say this all the time. If you have all this income and all of this debt, how can you get out of this hole without making more money? Or can you get out of this hole? And everybody will say that you need more money. Same thing with, quote, teaching velocity banking is someone comes to you asking for help, like, hey, I literally have $4 left over with 22 debts. Can you help me with this thing? And you're saying that it's irresponsible to even like talk about it and that you need a lawsuit coming. um, I don't know what to say, right? And that's why I say like life is nuanced because, it's kind of like the alternative medicine doctors. If you ever hear about like stories of cancer patients who went to alternative medicine doctors, it's probably because, and I've heard this many times before, they went through all the conventional channels, got all their money sucked out of them, and they were in worse condition than they were previously, right? So when someone comes to me and I'm not like actively advertising my services, you know, it's probably because the thing that they were trying before didn't work. Okay? So I'm, again, this is just my quote rhetorical question, should I turn this person away? Is it responsible for me to turn this person away because you feel like this is a total, you know, scam? And I learned from you, the viewer, who send me your real life situations, than I have from the gurus or the people who say the anti gurus, right? I learn more from you because you bring me your real life situations, and the fact that this person, okay, got into 22 debts, right, is not because of velocity banking. It's not, right? They got into this situation because the bank has a certain business model where they want to keep you in minimum payments and make sure that you have a savings account. Okay? So that's just kind of how that's just reality, right? So I think it's yeah, there are certain aspects of it that I think are overrated, like paying off your 30-year mortgage with a line of credit, right? That's not the whole thing, but there's a holistic element to this that I think most people are not emphasizing enough just because they haven't been there or they're not working with people who have been there. Okay? So that's just my question. Like, what do y'all think? Do you think, if this were you, or if you were me receiving this kind of email, and then you watched a video like this, and then you could watch all these videos about how this is all a scam, right? Do you think it's the right thing to turn this person away? Not, not an easy question, right? So that's my response to the video. I do agree that the first lien HELOC is not. It's a giant. I wouldn't say it's probably the only thing that doesn't work. The first lien HELOC is the only thing that doesn't do what it says it's going to do. Okay. All right. Well, that's it for today, folks. It's Korean Lanta Mentorship. So if you didn't know, I want you to join my 99 cent um, members only group, so that YouTube channel membership, so that you can see awesome live streams like this, and then add to the comments, tell me that this is the most useful thing on the internet right now, and praise me because I need your praise, and I feel like possibly that I'm a cult leader, even though I don't try to hide it. Okay, well, that's it, folks. Have a great day, and I'll see you on the next video.